Hey everybody, welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Hasbro Star Wars Black Series, and this is the awesome Mandalorian Super Commando. And this guy is from Star Wars The Clone Wars. When it comes to the Clone Wars, I'm only on Season 2, man. I'm way behind on Clone Wars. I had such a hard time getting into the animated series. I don't know why. I am a big Star Wars fan, so I don't know why I'm struggling so much. I've been told a million times that I'm missing out on such an awesome storyline. So hopefully one day I can actually sit down and watch it. But let's get a closer look at packaging. Obviously we have this awesome picture of the Mandalorian Super Commando on the side here. Not much on the back, just Star Wars Black Series, barcode and all that good stuff on the bottom. Nothing really on top. We have the exact same picture on the back here. And there is a quick little read-up that says, Darth Maul's Mandalorians modified their armor to reflect allegiance to the Dark Lord. These Super Commandos wore red and black, and some even fashioned horns atop their helmets, and we can see the horns there too. If a Mandalorian didn't look badass enough, now he's in red and black with horns on top of his helmet, so that's going to look even better. Alright guys, that wraps it up for packaging. We'll be right back with the Mandalorian Super Commando outside of packaging to get a closer look. Alright everybody, we are back and we have the Mandalorian Super Commando outside of packaging. So for accessories, he comes with two of these blasters. We'll just show you one. Both of them are exactly the same thing. There is some detail on these. I do like the paint application on these, or the plastic, whatever it is. Really nice dark gunmetal. I think they look pretty cool. And we do have this jetpack as well. Like I previously mentioned with his blasters, I really like the dark gunmetal appearance. These actually move on some of the jetpacks or rocket packs, whatever you want to call it. But this one is one solid piece. The red and silver are painted pretty sloppy on these. It does look good from a distance. Do like the overall design of the jetpack though. Let's get a closer look at the Mandalorian Super Commando. Man, look at that helmet. That helmet looks fantastic. Love the Darth Maul design, love the horns and all that stuff on it. I think this one looks great. Love the red and black. We get down to his suit as well. We do have red armor on the back here. Also red and black design on his shoulder pads or his pauldrons, whatever you want to call it. Looks fantastic. Same thing with his chest armor, carrying down to the armor on his shins as well. We do have some cool little hoses from his elbow down to his gauntlets, which look pretty cool as well. Definitely going to hinder articulation though. Decent paint application on this silver part here too. Appears to be kind of like a rocket or a gun, I'm not really sure. Kind of flamethrower or something like that, which would make sense to have some hoses, some lines coming out through. Definitely got to watch the Clone Wars and get caught up on these. There is a little bit of battle damage here. We can see some silver paint there, some scratches and all that stuff in the paint. This guy has really small feet too, which is really weird. I'm used to big boots or stuff like that, but yeah, we don't even like see boots on this guy. He's like little tiny shoes. I think most of the Mandalorian figures that I do own actually have boots on. Definitely a cool figure, man. Definitely a cool sculpt. I like it. They're definitely going to stand out on your shelf, especially if you're a fan of Darth Maul. Would be awesome, just kind of display with Darth Maul. Let's quickly go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, down this far. There's very little side to side, but you get full rotation. His shoulders go up this far. This is a nice soft plastic. There's tons of room up here so that you can actually raise the shoulder up and you're not going to rub off the plastic here. Like I said, this is a soft plastic anyways. But yeah, goes up this far. There's rotation there. There's actually rotation there below the bicep. You get full rotation out of that, which is completely different, man. I don't actually own any figures with the biceps roll down here as opposed to up here. I know why they did it because of these hoses and everything that's there. There's a rotation at the elbow joint as well, but you're not going to be able to use it. The saw you're going to get, because you're going to put a lot of stress on this, so you can't even get a 90-degree bend out of that. If you really want to force on it, like I said, this is not my figure, and personally, even if it was my figure, I wouldn't force it or I wouldn't push on it past this. These gauntlets are a separate piece. They would be able to come off, but like I said, they're attached to these plastic hoses here. We can see some missing paint here on the back of the hoses. This side actually looks nice and clean. This side a little bit messy on the end, but like I said, not that big a deal. For his hands, it goes back and forth and all the way around, and this one here actually goes back and forth and all the way around as well. For his upper body, there's a ball joint here, so we get a little bit of articulation there. So it goes back this far, forward this far, side to side, and you do get a full rotation. So very, very restricted. That being said, he is wearing armor anyways, so it's kind of understandable. There's no rotation at the waist or anything like that. This here is all one solid piece. So for his legs, it only goes out this far. There is a upper thigh cut. You get a full rotation there. His legs do go forward this far back this far, so a little bit restricted going back as well. You do get a full range of motion out of his knee. There's no boot cut or anything like that, but for his ankles it goes back this far, forward this far, and you get your full rotation out of that rocker. So the only place is really restricting articulation is at his elbows. And like I previously mentioned, they did put a cut here just to compensate the bend in his elbow a little bit, so you can get a little bit of range of motion there, and his upper body is obviously restricted as well. Alright, let's pop on some accessories for his rocket pack. We do see a peg here and two little rectangular pegs on the back here. These kind of port in. Hopefully they port in nice and easy. And they make a little snap too when they go in, which is always good. You know it's in there and it's not coming out. For his blasters, for now, we'll just put them into his holsters. And they fit in there nice and snug as well. They're not falling out. If this guy falls over on your shelf or anything like that, yeah, they're definitely going to stay in. For his blasters, it just fits in his hands like so. The trigger finger fits right into the hole. Looks pretty good. I'm sure you guys get him in a lot better poses than I can. But even from the back side, this guy looks fantastic all the way around. Like, I can deal with limited articulation if my action figure looks fantastic. And this is one of those cases, man. I think this one looks great. Wish it was mine. Alright, Jason, you're definitely not getting this one back. No, I'm just kidding. Appreciate you lending me this one, man, because if you didn't lend it to me, I would definitely miss out on some cool action figures. Jason lends me quite a few figures, which is great. There's a lot of figures that I wouldn't normally buy or that I didn't know about. What else can a toy reviewer ask for, man? It's great. It's nice to have some great friends in this world. Alright, everybody, just to do a few quick comparisons. Here we have them next to Boba Fett, and we have them next to X-Wolves. We can see that these guys are pretty much the same height. And over on the side here, we have them next to Obi-Wan Kenobi. We can see that Kenobi is a tad bit smaller. And let's mix it up. Let's add in the awesome Darth Vader. Obviously, Darth Vader's going to tower over these guys a fair bit anyways. Just want to do a side-by-side comparison so you guys know the average size of these. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up our unboxing and figure review for the Mandalorian Super Commando. So out of 10, I gotta give this guy a 8 out of 10. Obviously this guy looks fantastic. Paint application on this one is pretty decent as well. I love the jetpack, blasters and all that stuff is cool too. Some cool details on this one, love the red and black, and man, you gotta love those horns. Fantastic looking figure, but it does really lack in articulation. This one is very limited. If you guys don't mind limited articulation, and you are a fan of Mandalorians, and you are a fan of Darth Maul, then I'll highly recommend you grabbing this one if you can find them. So as always guys, let me know what you think of our review. Let me know what you think of this figure, and let me know what you think of our score of 8 out of 10. If you liked the review, don't forget, hit that like button, and hit that subscribe button while you're there. As always everybody, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. That's a really, really bad impression.